Right, 11th video. If anyone has actually managed to stick through these damn things, my god, you have my respect, sirs. Anyway, got a battle against Dynamo. The camera angle is fucking weird. I do believe I sorted it out at one point. I pretty much just had this battle. Wow, I did it like an hour ago. So, you know, and this was another one like that battle I had against Maria. I felt I controlled it quite well. He said he was having a bad run of luck as of late, but you know, I felt it went, you know, pretty about as good as I expected it to. So he leads off with Pidgeot and I lead off with Macargo. He's gonna go for a U-turn right off the bat, which you know is fair enough. You don't see a Pidgeot every day, so I mean this guy uses quite a lot of interesting stuff, and it gives me a bit of a problem. I'm just gonna go Stealth Rocks because I figured there wasn't anything Pidgeot could do to me unless it was running Hidden Power, Ground, and was Spexed. That was about it. I'm predicting him to either go SR or Rapid Spin or EQ just to try and take my Macargo out. So I go Charizard. He goes EQ, which was a very bad. Well, no. It wasn't a very bad play. But I would have gone Rapid Spin or SR to be honest. Now here, after that last battle where I go DD when a Sand Slash was in, I think, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to Solar Beam him. And I do. And I Solar Beam, and he's like, no, you've got to be kidding, that was my spinner. And I was like, oh yeah, go Charizard, Solar Beam to your face. So I'll take him down, and that has made my life a lot easier. One, I don't have SR on my side of the field, and two, he can't spin my SR away. And then he brings in an Ampharos, and he must have been assuming I was completely special. But, oh no, my Charizard ain't. I pull out the EQ and I take the Ampharos down. So right off the bat, I've gotten rid of his spinner and his Stealth Rocker and what appears to be a special defense wall. I got a crit. Don't know if it mattered. An Ampharos is more prized in its special defense than its defense, so that could have been iffy, but still. Took it down. Very good. Charizard, even without a DD, is trucking. Brings in a Lapras. I know that's going to stop me right here. A Flare Blitz probably won't take it out. I've burned my Power Herb Solar Beam on the Sand Slash, and boy am I glad I did, but still. I do need to switch out, get the hell out of dodge. I'm going to go into my Gardevoir, knowing I have the Focus Blast. I should be okay. I traced the Water Absorb. I wasn't even thinking about that at the time, but it helped me out. I figured Gardevoir could pretty much take whatever the hell it had, really. I am just going to go straight for Focus Blast, because Lapras, or my Lapras, is a pretty special beast, and physical beast. But I go for the Focus Blast just to hit it, you know, do a lot of damage. I figured it would kill, because I am modest, whereas a lot of people run Jolly. But it doesn't actually kill, it does take it, which proves the amazingness of Lapras. It can take a modest max special attack Gardevoir's Focus Blast. So there you go. He goes for an Ice Beam just to get some damage on me, but it wasn't going to get anywhere unless it got a freeze. I am just going to Focus Blast and take him down. It's quite weird how I've had a couple of matches today where I've just pretty much controlled the run of play, really. But I go for the Focus Blast. And I do take the Lapras down, which is very good. You know, it's nice to have a big threat out of the way. I mean, you know, if it was physical Lapras, which it wasn't, but if it got a couple of DDs up or a couple of curses up, that could have been a problem. Or if it's offensive, like, you know, special Lapras, that has a really great move pool. So that could have been interesting. I go into Wormadam thinking this Girafarig is going to attack me, and I knew Wormadam could take it. Here, I'm going to go for a Toxic, thinking I'll Toxic him on the second Calm Mind. He'll go for a Psychic or something, and then I should be okay. But he subs, which, you know, is kind of alarming. And here I go for a Sucker Punch, thinking, well, you know, he'll probably hit me now, but he goes for an Agility. And I'm thinking, what, so his only move is Psychic? That's a bit weird. I completely forgot about the Baton Pass in every way. That did not factor in at all, even though on 5th gen I do have a baton passing Girafarig, but that's like a mean look thing, Simple Beam, that's weird as hell. So I go back into Gardevoir, he baton passes out as I go into it, and then he goes into a massive threat. he was awful. He goes into the Typhlosion. Now, it was a damned good thing I had Stealth Rocks up, because he has Eruption, and if I didn't have SR up, oh my god, I was in for a world of hurt. He goes for the Eruption. I was kind of hoping I would outspeed, but Typhlosion is quick in its own right. It doesn't need the agility to outspeed Gardevoir. Even Jolly Gardevoir would have been outsped. I was going to go for the D-Bond if I was somehow quicker, like if he ran no speed investment or something. But I go into Macargo now, trying to sort of bait him, see if he had, I don't know, like EQ or Rock Slide. I don't know what Typhlosions get. I think they have similar movesets to Charizard, apart from Charizard gets like SD, DD, and Belly Drum. But he goes for the Focus Blast. No, I mean, not that Macargo could have done anything, but I was also trying to get him to switch, fearing like a Earth Power or Rock Slide. But I go into Charizard. He goes for the Focus Blast. It does actually quite a lot. He goes for an Eruption, and I live on 38. That was really important. I needed that. I go for the EQ. I break his sub. That's really good. I go for another EQ after this, maybe banking on a miss, or maybe if this Typhlosion has a setup move as well. But he's just going to go for a Flamethrower, take me out, make the safe play, which is, you know, fair enough. He's a pretty good battler, so that's what I expected him to do. I am going to go back into my Macargo, figuring because I have, well, the HP is kind of crap, but the special defense stat is solid. So I was thinking maybe even at +1, Macargo might take it, and I can use Memento and ruin it. And he misses. I don't know if that mattered. I doubt Macargo would have lived. I was kind of, you know, praying. But that mattered quite a lot, because I've just completely crippled his Typhlosion right there. I go into my Sandslash, because I know I can take, you know, any hit now, because it's at -1. And I am just going to go for a sub. The Pidgeot comes back in. I am going to go for a Focus Punch after this. He said, like I say, he's been having a really bad run of luck as of late. And he was like, I'm going to miss a Focus Blast, it's going to ruin everything. Like, dude, don't call your own hacks. That's what I do, and it always happens to me. And then he missed the Focus Blast, and it kind of ruined him, really. If he'd hit that Focus Blast, he would have been good to go. But the Pidgeot goes for a Brave Bird. I'm going to land the Focus Punch, take it down. So, that's all hunky-dory. Camera's still being an asshole. Fucking hate you. Luckily, next video, you won't have to deal with it. You'll see why. Well, you will for half of it, but you'll see what I mean. So, I Focus Punch him, take him down. Fucking camera. Can't believe I spent 20 quid on you. And back in comes the Typhlosion. It's at half health now. I know he isn't going to go for an Eruption, but he is going to go for a Power Herb Solar Beam. So he returns the Solar Beam favor on my Sandslash that I gave his Sandslash with my Charizard. So I found that quite funny. You know, pretty much, you know, two fire starters that kind of have the same idea with the whole Power Herb Solar Beam, except my Charizard is mixed and it does its job very well. I go into Regirock, and I'm kind of hoping that the Focus Blast won't kill, but I'm not going to criticize him for this, but in my opinion, not necessarily right, he does make a bit of a bad play. He switches into his Girafarig, kind of hoping I'll miss the Stone Edge. Now, to be honest, what he should have done is gone straight for the Focus Blast. If he didn't kill, fine, he would have, you know, he would have lost the game. But if he did kill, or he got a crit, all I had left was Wormadam. He could have set up all over me. I couldn't physically kill his Girafarig, because Seed Bomb probably wouldn't break the sub, and Sucker Punch wouldn't hit it because it has no attacking moves. And Typhlosion would have been at half health instead of a quarter health from Stealth Rocks. So, that was my effective, you know, that's what I would have thought he should have done. Because Sucker Punch wouldn't have killed at half health, it might have killed at quarter health, I'm not entirely sure. He goes for the Carmine here, banking on a Stone Edge to miss, but I'm just going to go for an Ice Punch, just to make sure. Take it down. He brings in, I get a crit, it's completely irrelevant. Thanks, game, you bastard. I hate you, game, I really do. I hate Pokemon, guys, I hope it dies. In comes the Typhlosion. Like I say, it's at a quarter health. If he'd risked the Focus Blast last time, I mean, like I say, he would have lost, but, you know, at the end of the day, if he'd gotten the crit, he would have been okay. But yeah, he didn't, and I Stone Edge him for the win. Like I say, I still had the Wormadam. I reckon a Sucker Punch would have killed, so not too bad, not too bad. This next battle I have is against Malus. This is the first 4th gen battle I had with these new teams, so I'm probably it's probably gonna suck. I don't really remember it that well, not well at all really. But he kicks off with a Machamp. I kick off with my Lapras. I got the wrong lead. I meant to lead off with Donphan, but I genned Lapras first, so it showed up first. And that doesn't work out too well. A Machamp is going to completely truck me with a Dynamic Punch. So I'm going to go into Crobat, because I ×4 resist it. And I might be able to scare him out with the Brave Bird. You know, it makes a fair amount of sense. So I take that Dynamic Punch like a champ, really, from a Machamp. I do get Confusion, though. I want to scout if he has Ice Punch or Stone Edge. That is one thing I'm not too, I'd rather not have to deal with. So I believe I switch out and go into... Oh no, woohoo! I stay in and U-turn. Okay, that was stupid and risky. Why in God's name did I do that? I should have flat switched, but still, it pays off, kind of. I believe I go into Donphan here. Trying to, scout, see what he's got, if he has the Stone Edge, if he's going to go for it. If he's got Ice Punch, then he's going to truck me and I'm going to die. So I go into Donphan, he goes to the Ice Punch. Yeah, not very happy with that. But Ice Punch isn't that strong, and Donphan takes it pretty damn well. I know he's going to go for a Dynamic Punch here, but I have to pray I can get a Charm off. If I go for Stealth Rocks, I'm an idiot. I really hope I don't. Do I? Or get confused. Became confused. Is confused. Charm. Huzzah. So now he's at -2. And it's very helpful. So, that went well. And, I believe I'm going to switch out now, because I'd rather not sack my Donphan. I do still have Stealth Rocks to get up at one point in time. He's going to switch out and go into his Zapdos. And Zapdos against a water team is hideous. I stay in. I think I went for the Stealth Rocks there. I would have liked to have them, but it's kind of inconsequential at the end of the day. He's just going to go for a Heat Wave and take me out. So, yeah, I'm not going to complain that much. I broke through the confusion and got the charm I needed, so I'll take that quite happily. Now, I go into my Lapras thinking, well, I'm going to be able to take a T-Bolt if he goes for it. I should be okay. But he is going to switch out and go back into the Machamp. Not sure, to begin with, I wasn't sure why. I think the Zapdos is actually... No, is it Scarfed? I don't really recall. But still, I get the Rain Dance up. I know he's going to go for a Dynamic Punch. But I go into Mantine, figuring I could take it. Although he does go for an Ice Punch, predicting the Crobat, so nice play. But Mantine does take it with, 100 HP. Took it pretty decently. Quite happy with that. And I go for the Hydro Pump, and I truck him. So, there you go. Goodbye, Machamp, you piece of shit. Stupid, crazy steroid addict. So, Mantine... I keep doing that. I keep sounding like some kind of crazy hick. Mantine is looking pretty good until this fat bitch shows up. Not very happy with that. Oh my god, too many people are PCing me on DBXE. Leave me alone. I'm trying to narrate, damn it. I switch back into Lapras. He goes for Toxic. I was fearing the T-Wave more, to be honest. But I believe I'm either going to rest or roar and get rid of him. But he goes for the Stealth Rock. That's just crap because Donphan's dead. I go for the roar, get rid of him. Roar him back into Zapdos, which isn't very good because Lapras isn't really going to appreciate that. But I reckon I could live a Discharge if I had to. He goes for the Discharge. I was actually thinking more T-Bolt, but... if you want to run Discharge to get Power Hacks, that's fine. And it takes me out completely. So I'm assuming he's offensive Zapdos, Scarfed, or Specs. I don't know which, but he killed me. So fair play. I go into Kabutops knowing I've got Stone Edge to scare him out, and I also have probably the most powerful waterfall I can think anything gets. But obviously, from all the battles I've posted, it doesn't really matter. He goes into a Toxicroak, and that signals GG to me. Because, seriously, I have nothing to do to this thing. Stone Edge is going to do crap all. Superpower is going to do crap all. Night Slash is going to do crap all. It just wasn't very good. It didn't work out well. Ice Beam isn't going to do anything. The only thing that could physically do anything was Donphan, and he's dead. So that's kind of screwed everything up there. He goes for a Sludge Bomb though, so he's a special Toxicroak. It hits my Crobat. Doesn't do that much. The rain does go down, so he doesn't get his dry skin recovery, which is very awesome. I am going to roost here as he switches out and goes into Godzilla. His Aggron. Aggron is a beast. Aggron is painful to face. I believe... What do I go with? Oh, I U-turn out. I probably shouldn't have done. I probably should have taunted fearing the Rock Polish. Because Rock Polish aggro, once it gets that polish up, oh dear Jesus Christ, it's fucking powerful. But I go back into Mantine, hoping a Head Smash and miss. I do live Stealth Rocks, and then he goes for the Rock Polish, but Rain isn't up. I'm not going to get anywhere without the Rain. The whole point of the team is to have the Rain, and then effectively Mantine and Kabutops can outspeed everything. But he goes for that Head Smash, takes down the Mantine. Not Mantine. Fucking the... I hate my accent. People always love the English accent, but I hate it. Wow, I suppose it gives me some class, even though I don't sound classy at all. But I still have a top hat, and that counts for something. Go into Crobat, die, obviously. No way now I was going to live that. And then all I've got left is Lapras and Kabutops. Kabutops without Rain won't outspeed. I would easily kill it with the superpower. I'd absolutely, completely wreck it, but no Rain. So, there you go. The thing I actually quite like in 4th gen was my eventual demise. I do go into Magdazone though, kind of hoping and praying he doesn't have the EQ, so I can at least T-wave it. And then, you know, I can at least outspeed it and kill that. But he has the EQ, he's going to kill me, and that, yeah, that's effectively GG. So, thanks a lot, Malus and Dynamo. Some good battles there. Dynamo's a pretty good player, and Malus, quite obviously by the way he wrecked me, is a very good player as well. Now, I believe I might have one more battle to record against Zack Attack before I do the last video, because I did say he would be part of this, but I ended up missing him and I got all the battles I needed, so that's kind of a pain in the ass. Anyway, last vid coming up guys, so I hope you all enjoy it.